Stadium in Eugene. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the North Dakota State Bison and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Guys?
Okay, Holly. And the Bison ready to boot it away and lift the lid on this season. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. So the Oregon Ducks offense will have the football first. And here comes the maestro of this offense. There was a lot of interest in him in the offseason. He's a guy that they are excited to give the reins to this offense. They'll try the right side. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable third down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy, and he gets you a first down, and he gets you another first down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. It's Cherry. Oh, they're after him. Flies to the ground after picking up the first. Great play on 2nd and short. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Nice job by the defense on that play, sniffing out the screen pass. They had their eye on the ball. They were able to rally to the running back, gain of no yards.
To the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. Finds us back in the middle. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this defense has kind of been up and down on this opening drive, right? That's their second sack, which is good. They need more of those plays, but they've given up a lot of yards. Down here, this part of the field, man, this defense is going to have to find a way to make a few more plays to keep them out of the end zone.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Looking downfield, it's Cherry. He's got it and still on his feet. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Ducks! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And now it'll be the Bison offense with his first possession of the game. And here's a guy who's going to have to make some plays at wide receiver in this one. Final season in college as he tries to get himself into a rhythm early in this season in his new home. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a gap. It's Mitchell. Shakes off the defender. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to the ground with the running back. Got a little grass. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Got out of trouble and throws. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. The offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Cherry. Makes the grab, it's Bear.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. Plucks it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know.
Makes the catch. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll set up to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Slams it ahead. And he's in! Touchdown, Oregon!
And he's in for a second touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Brown will throw it. Under fire. Got his man on the right. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. It's complete to the left. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Extending the play. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Mitchell. They knock him down right there.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like we just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. Using the quick game. Oh, what a cut! He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to run, it's Mitchell. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Right back to him on the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. The throw. Touchdown, North Dakota State! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost a race.
Fielded in the end zone, it's West. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. At the 35, he's got room. He's now up to 58 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys...
I'd have a chance. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Rush is on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Gonna run it. It's Mitchell. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Breaks into the open. And he's finally stopped. A huge pickup on the play, and what a way to carry things into the 2-minute timeout. Huge play puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. He might want another play. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Cherry. Pocket breaking down. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires quickly. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. They want to get this defense on its heels. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Right, and I like you got the first down on the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Right down the gut of the field. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. After that huge play right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's got his man. Touchdown, North Dakota State. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Back to throw, it's Cherry. Going long. It's caught. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used the timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Got his man on the right. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. They're working that left side. Shakes a man, and he might take off. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the home team, looking to get the job done on the road. Right now, it's early, but they lead this season opener. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game inside Autzen Stadium in Eugene.
The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Checking in with Coach Pulisic at halftime. They have got to start dominating at the line of scrimmage. Here to start the 3rd quarter, they have not been able to establish their run game. Being a one-dimensional team will not work on the road with this hostile crowd and this hostile environment. He said, we have got to start asserting ourselves up front and show that we can be the more physical team. I'll keep you posted on if they're able to do that here to start the 3rd. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. That's caught. It's Black. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I'm not going to say this one's over, man, but once you start to get in the third quarter and you've built this big of a deficit, every possession means so much, and you can't give them away.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got...
Loose in the middle. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Gives it on the option.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Off the play fake. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hand.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Makes the catch. The 2-point conversion is good.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Cherry. Here's the pressure. He'll try to do it himself. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Right back to it. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Complete to Williams over the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his man. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give out of the gun. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Taken down just short. Sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's the heat. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. And the whistle blows as they bring out the trainers to have a look at an injured Duck. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And it's 3rd and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but we got to understand the shortness of the field down here and what I can get off quickly. I can't take sacks. I want to give myself that opportunity on 4th down to have a really manageable situation if I want to go for it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 3rd quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Running inside, it's Mitchell. This was one of the primary storylines going into this one. How productive would these 2 wide receivers be? Both of them have scored touchdowns, and we have a quarter to go. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end and coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Just feeds the running back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Well, he got you 2 on 1st down. He got you 2 on 2nd. 2 won't get it done on 3rd. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Zings it complete to the right. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Brown wants to pass. Working that left side now. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw it. Under fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. From the gun, the ground game. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Maybe some room here. Maybe a touchdown-saving stop gets him out of bounds at the 5. First and goal coming up. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Finds his man. Touchdown, North Dakota State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
Even the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now, even more down the stretch.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense. He's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on 3rd down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes.
There's a crease. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack.